Hello guys, you are welcome to Photographics Academy. Wow, we'll have something beautiful coming your way this evening. It's actually evening where I'm recording right now. So we'll have something beautiful coming your way this evening. This is a picture submitted by one of our friends, Dongenic Photography. He's based somewhere in Nigeria, in Onitsha, Anambra State specifically. Okay, so it's a baby picture they took at the studio. So he submitted to us, said we should know what we could do about it. So I looked at it. I thought, well, this is going to be a very good picture to use and show you one or two things about editing baby pictures and how to pull out the emotions in the mind of the photographer when he took the picture. So the first thing I'm going to do with the picture is I'm going to play around with the lighting. You need to equally understand that the picture was taken in a RAW format. That's why it's opening up first in camera RAW before we go right into Photoshop. So a quick advice, it's better to shoot your pictures in RAW so you can have manual control over lighting. All right, so let's jump quickly into the tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to on my clipping mask to be sure that nothing is clipping at any point. So I think the shadows are too deep and too dark. So I'm going to lift up the shadow a little. Then put in a little highlight so we can get some dynamic range in the image. So I think the exposure is a bit low, so something around this, beautiful. So the baby is coming out a little. We're going to be degazing a little, just somewhere around 4-ish we do. So open up the shadows a little more, somewhere here. I don't think I need to touch the temperature. I love the white balance. So at this point, we are good to go. Every other thing we can come back and do later. Okay, so I think I'm having a clipping in his mouth. So I'm going to open that up and get some more beautiful. So what these blue stuffs do for you, this blue color you are seeing on the screen right now, it's called your clip indicator. So what it does for you is that whenever your shadows are becoming too deep and too dark, that it has lost every detail that would allow you to bring out details or anything from that part of the image is going to come up. So at this point here, it is 0% brightness. If the showing the red one, it's 100% brightness. It means that that particular place has become pure white. Let me see if I can get a clipping. Okay, so this red showing up right here means that this particular part of the picture has no details in it. No matter how much I try to darken that area, if I convert this to a JPEG, it cannot give me details right there because it has become 100% brightness. So when working with your camera, I would advise you work with this on your clipping indicators to be able to make sure you are managing your dynamic range very, very well. All right, so having said that, let's go back to our dramatic look. Okay, so I think I like it right here. This is good. So press open. You can actually hold your shift, open it up as a smart object. If you do not hold your shift, you open it up as a normal layer in Photoshop. If you hold your shift, you're going to notice that everything in your slider have changed to auto. So it means that if you click anything, it's going to automatically read the details of the image and load up the particular brightness it feels that should suit that image per time. But hey, you know what you have in your mind when taking your pictures. AI doesn't know that. So you are the best person to tell what you want. And that's why I'm not going to be using this. I had to do it manually. So having said that, let's jump right into Photoshop. All right, so we are here in Photoshop. The first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cropping the image 8:10. That should be the ideal size you should be using for your social media pictures to make sure it doesn't crop. Something like Instagram doesn't crop your image while posting. So wait, if I do that. So if you look at the image, you're going to notice, let's use the line down. You're going to notice that the image is flipped, like it's not leveled. I want it leveled. It's looking like the ball is sliding out of the basket because of the way the picture is. So we need to level it up and straighten the image to have balance. And the way I was able to do this is that putting my cropping, I located a straight line in the image and placed my cropping line there. So if you place your cropping line here, you are going to notice that one part is slanted and the other part is actually looking straight. So what we are supposed to do right now is to straighten our shot out. And that's what we are going to be doing. So hover your cursor just by the side here. If you come too close to the edge, it's going to turn to rotate. But we do not want to do that. We just want to use the one in the middle. So just turn it a little towards the right. As you are turning, be looking at the effect until you get a leveled look. Okay, so I think the look is leveled now. So I'm going to use my arrow keys to now take it down. So having gotten to this point, you're going to notice that our cropping, we are losing a lot of the flower coming down from the up. And the real intention of the image is to have these flowers in the composition to make it look like the baby is looking at the flower. So what we are going to do right now, and if you crop up like this, you're going to notice you're already losing your pixels. You will need to do stretchings and all of that. But there is a very quick way to fix that. So having selected your cropping the way you want it to be, you can even drag this down a little to make sure you have all that light dropping down there. Okay, so I need you to on your content aware over here. So when you do that, Photoshop is going to use its AI to analyze the image and fill up the remaining space. Of course, it might not be perfect, but we can work with that. So press OK, and let's wait for Photoshop to do its work. All right. Okay, so this is going to depend on the capacity of your system. All right, so if you notice, we've done that. It's giving us a nice job. I think, let me play with it a little. I need to have, let's compose the image to have a rule of third look, something like this. Beautiful. Let's see how it looks. I don't think this is going to work, but let's see. Let's see. I have a feeling this is going to come out beautiful. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to what we are using. All right, beautiful. I like it, but on a second thought, this place has become empty, so we need to place something here. We don't have the time to do all of that. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to go back to the first option we had. And if you have your time, you can actually put something here, maybe a chandelier or a light or a toy dropping down from the up to make the picture look balanced. It's going to look beautiful. Of course, we're going to be dropping the exercise file of this picture so you can play with it. You can go post this on our social media handle, what you've done with your own image. Let's see the result of your own editing. So for the purposes of the video, I'm going to stick with the first result we had. I think this is giving me a better result with the light stand down here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just be cropping it in using this particular image. So I wouldn't have to go back and come to do it again, because the other one was playing with the light stand and it was looking weird. But I like the way it analyzed it in this one. So let's just crop in and stick to it. So I'm going to be placing his head somewhere in between the thirds, the upper third and the lower third. So I'm going to be placing him in the middle with his head slanting, leaving the lines, so that the picture will have a very balanced composition. So press our enter and we have our image ready. So let's wait for it. Bam. Okay, so let's get to work. So zoom in your image. Take care of the blemishes. That's the first thing to do. I'm going to be using my spot healing brush tool to take care of the blemishes like this, just like this. Take your time and get it fixed. Of course, you can use your, there's an action we'll have in our action pack. I believe you've purchased your own right now. If you've not done that, click on the link below to get your own. We are having a premium course that we are giving out right now at a very discounted amount. You get everything we have to work with, everything we'll be using to work for years. You will get it in that course, full premium course at a very discounted amount. So I'm going to convert this, remove this from button mode so you can see what I'm doing perfectly. So let's just close up all these groups. Let's close up all these groups and have our stuff. All right, so this is the action we are going to be using. You can go right into this action and click on blemish removal. Let's locate it. This one right here. You can click on blemish removal. It's going to do its thing and highlight where your blemishes are. All right, so just a minute. Let me clear my clusters. All right, so it's going to select it. 1 minute. Let's separate this so don't get confused. Beautiful. Take this down. Nice. So let me drag this up a little to fill it in and bring it in. All right, so we'll have our screen adjusted. So the black and white stuff is so that it can highlight our blemishes, fix them. Of course, we're going to remove the black and white. It doesn't look so amazing on the image right now. So having selected that, let's take care of our blemishes. Just click over your blemishes. Click over your blemishes like this. If you think it's too dark, you can go right into your black and white and increase the reds a little, just to make the blemishes a little more outstanding. So let's go. That was too bright. Let's darken it down a little more. Nice. I think this is better. So go back to your layer and start removing your blemishes. Make sure your sample all layers is turned up. If you turn on sample all layers, it means it will be sampling even from the black and white. So make sure your sample all layers is turned up. All right, so I think the blemishes are done for now. He's a baby, we do not even need to do much on him. We do not need to do much. So we're going to be deleting the black and white layer, and we have our blemishes removed. So this is before, this is after. Very subtle changes. So we're going to be flattening it to keep the layers as close as possible. To keep it as close as possible, you can of course decide to work with it like this. It's all good. So the next thing we're going to be doing to the image is that we're going to be running frequency separation. So we'll go to our frequency separation action, click on it. It's going to analyze the image, open up the Gaussian blur. So remembering that this is a baby, and remembering the principle of frequency separation, I intentionally will be working with 8. So we will retain every texture that we need to retain and take care of every blemish we need to take care of using our frequency separation. So at 8, I'm going to press enter and it's going to do the rest. Pick up your lasso tool. Before you do that, duplicate your low layer right here, Ctrl J, duplicate it and work with the copy. So I'm going to select my lasso tool. Make sure your feathering is at 15. Of course, it's not a rule. Depending on the res of your image, you can choose any number you want to choose to place your feather. So just go like this gently on his body. Go to your feather, go to your filter rather, Gaussian blur, and pick any blur you want. And pick any blur you want. So I think 24 is too much. Maybe somewhere around 20 would do. Beautiful. Press enter. So after doing that, you don't need to go back and do that again. Just need to be reloading the Gaussian blur over and over again. So selecting this area, right click, press on Gaussian blur, it will re-enter. Selecting this area, right click, Gaussian blur, you pick it in, selecting this area. So this is how we're going to be doing it. There are areas that are too dicey and complicated. We'll use our mixer brush to take care of that area. So you do not need to do much. Like I said before, it's a baby picture, and baby pictures doesn't need so much of this retouching. You just need to do subtle changes and do the right thing, and your picture will come out. So let's look at the before and after. Before, after, very, very, very subtle change, but it's amazing. So you can just pick here, and pick here, select here again, and do the same thing. We do not need it on the feet. Do the same thing right here. So let's zoom out and look at it. Before, after. So zoom in. If you think you still need your mixer brush tool, you can go select your mixer brush tool and make your settings to just be what I have on my screen right now, and start painting over. Start painting over. Just very subtle changes. Do not do too much. Do not do too much so it doesn't look waxed and become very unrealistic. So just very subtle changes and we are good to go. Like this, beautiful. I like that on the cheek. All right, let's go. Nice. I think I'm done with the frequency separation right now. I think I'm done. Let's zoom out and look at what we have. So this is before, this is after. So having done that, I'm going to move straight to dodging and burning. So you can close the group like this, leave it open like that, leave it just like that, and go to your dodge and burn. So you can use automatic dodge and burn. I do a nice job for you, but I want to use my dodging and burning here because I want to do it manually. So select our dodging and burning, the one carrying curves. Then we'll have the 50% gray, we'll have the curves. I think the curves will do a better job. Press play. It's going to load up. Once again, the black and white is to show you the dimensions your picture is having. But sometimes color confuses our eyes. We do not see the highlights and the shadows perfectly. So that's why we are using the black and white as a visual guide. So after the whole stuff, you can delete the black and white and you are good to go. If you feel that this is the look you want for the image, I think this is looking beautiful already in a black and white, but we are not going for black and white look today. So for now, we are not sticking with black and white. We are just doing touching and burning, and we'll delete the black and white layer. So go to your burn, press Ctrl I, go to your dodge, press Ctrl I. So this is going to invert the masks for you. So let's pick up our brush, reduce it as low as 2 or 1, as low as 2 or 1, zoom it in. So first of all, what we are going to be doing is the dodging. What we are doing is the dodging. Make sure that your background color is white and your foreground is black to unveil the mask. So I'm going to be painting over his highlight. You can go into the black and white to modify stuffs there. You can go into there to modify stuffs, go to dodge. So we're going to just paint over his highlights like this. Just paint over the highlights. Of course, once again, you do not need to do too much. You do not need to do too much. Just paint over his highlights like this. Take your time, get it right. Get it right like that. Beautiful. So I think I need a little highlight on his forehead to accentuate his face like this. Beautiful. So this is before, this is after. Very subtle changes, but very, very efficient. So just take your time, get it done. Gradually paint over the image like this. You're dodging and burning. Paint over the image like this. Beautiful. Beautiful. So look at his arm. I want the highlight to accentuate the arm. So look at below his feet. We're having a very beautiful highlight there. So let's make it look stronger. Look at the hand right here. So just take your time, make the highlights stand out. That will be the beauty of the image. So this is before, this is after. I think I'm cool. Go to your burn and just make the shadows a bit deep. Can even go around his face to make it look circular and beautiful. Make it look circular and beautiful like that. Look at the lips. Darken here, make you darken here a little. We do not need burning down here. It's already dark. Of course, you can use dodging and burning to fix those lines if you do not want it. But I think I love the lines down there. I think I love them. So just like this, we are done. So at this point, I'm going to be deleting the black and white layer. So let's look at the effect of the dodging and burning. So this is before, this is after. Before, after. Amazing result. Amazing result. So at this point, let's color grade our image. Then we'll take care of the last blemishes and we are good to go. Or rather, let's take care of the blemishes right now so that when we move over to the color grading, we'll know that that's where we are going to be finishing the job. So open your frequency separation, go to your low, take your pass through and zoom the nose. If you zoom in onto the nose, you're going to notice a little dirt inside there. So I just want to fix that. If it's not leaving, that means the dirt is in the texture layer. So go over to your high frequency and just take care of that like that. Beautiful. Select this, take care of that. Nice. I think that is gone. Look at its eyes. I'm having a little shine here. Looks a bit distracting, so let me just take it out. Beautiful. I think we are good to go. We are good to go. So I needed to create an empty layer over everything we've done. Create an empty layer over everything we've done. Then press Ctrl-Shift-E. It's going to match everything we have. Excuse me, that was a wrong one. Press Ctrl-Shift-Alternate-E. It's going to match everything we have done and create a new layer for us. Ctrl-Shift-Alternate-E. Yeah, it's going to match everything we have done and match it inside that layer so that we can delete every other one below or leave it. But what this does is that it brings every result we've gotten into one layer so we can be able to remove every other one and work with the one up. You can decide to leave it like this. You can decide to delete it, but I feel like I should delete it to reduce the layers. But I hope you got what that does. Ctrl-Shift-Alternate-E. It's called visible stamp layer. To create a visible stamp layer for you just above everything you've done so you can remove the ones below. So I'm going to remove the ones below, just like this. Going to remove the one just like this, and we are good to go. Excuse me. All right, so just delete these ones. Nice. So we'll go to our layer. So this is the layer that carries everything we've done. If you do before and after, you're going to notice that all the retouching we've done is all registered in that layer. So the next thing we're going to ask ourselves is, what look are we going for? Now, I'm going for a dreamy look. I'm going for a dreamy look to make the boy appear fantasious. Sorry, put that in the middle. Right. So I'm going for a dreamy look to make the boy appear fantasious, like he's seen into the flower, looking at a beautiful flower dropping down from up. So to get that, we're going to create a cool tone. We're going to create a cool tone because it has to do with dreamy look. So it has to be cool. So we're going to be creating a cool filter. Go to your adjustment layer, select photo filter, and select cooling filter. So it just applies a general cool effect on the image. You can increase that a little. Nice, beautiful like that. But looking at it, I do not want it touching the boy because I want the boy to be accentuated in image. So I'm going to be creating a vignette effect, just separating the boy from that filter, making him the point of attraction. So go to your elliptical marquee tool, create a circle or a round shape over the boy like this, beautiful. Over the boy like this, nice. And hold and press your backspace, staying on the mask. It's going to delete the mask from the middle. It's going to delete the mask from the middle. Don't worry, it's looking weird right now, but we are going to blend it in. So having selected it like this, go to your properties. This is my property down here. If yours is not showing, you can go to Windows and load up your property. So make it big here like that. So what we're going to be doing is I want to load the filter effect. We want to load the feathering of the layer. But if it's not showing in your own like this, just click over this one that looks like a camera symbol and click on the mask again. It's going to change. So having done that, increase your feather. So when you keep increasing your feather, you're going to notice that the edge of the vignette that we created, or the snoot that we created, is getting soft, and that is the look we are going for. We just want it soft like that. We don't want it too edgy. Reduce the overall effect just a little, and we are good to go. So we apply one more color grading, one more color lookup on the image to put that cooling effect and the warm tone in the middle together to look very, very outstanding. And to do that, we'll go to color lookup, load 3D. So we want to select this 122 strips look. It's called 2-strip look. So if you select it, you're going to notice that the whole thing blends together, keeping the boy in the middle a bit warm, keeping him a bit warm. So this is before, this is after. So the whole thing is blending in right now. So from here, you can decide to take it up, make it look very dramatic. So let's just do one or two stores and look at what we have. So I'm going to load one more color lookup table. Scroll through our color lookups to see something that will look very beautiful too. Nice. Saw something nice already. But let me see if we'll have something better. Let's see if we'll have something better. What if we do day from night? Where is it? Night from day, rather. So it gives us a night effect. Then we still take it down a little, or rather copy this mask over here. Place it over the boy. Press yes. It's going to separate him. Let's do the same thing we did with the property of the cooling filter. Go to your lookup, select the logo itself, select the mask. It's going to change like this. So I'm going to reduce the density. The density allows you to reduce the effect of that mask in the middle. So just increase a little, just like that, to bring the boy out and still have that separation. Beautiful like that. So the next thing we are going to be doing, I think it's too much. Let's reduce the opacity. Nice. The next thing we are going to be doing is to use our curves to make the boy pop out in the image. Go to your curves adjustment, take it up a little. Nice. Press Ctrl I. Also want to just accentuate the boy from the image. Take your brush and paint over the boy. Remember to increase your flow. Paint over the boy like this. Beautiful. So he's looking so nice right now. You could see him. You could see all the dreamy effect we've created around the whole image, and he's looking amazing. Hold on. think I need it a little. Yeah, beautiful. Of course, you have to reduce the opacity to make it look realistic. So one more thing we are going to be doing, and we are good to go. I want to make the yellow light right inside this candle down here. Of course, we need to use close tab on that. I need to make the yellow light turn to blue because we are dealing with dreamy look. I'll make it turn to blue and still make it shine. So how do we do that? Of course, you can create your solid color, adjustment layer, select that color. Let's say somewhere here, select a cyan, press Ctrl I to invert the mask and paint over there. You can just create a line. You can just create just a dot in the middle. You can just create a line. Let's put it this way. Just in a line like this. Beautiful. Create a line like this. Then change the blend mode. Or rather, let's go through it the better way. So delete this solid color. Let's use our gradient. So go to your gradient, select radial, select your scale to make it small. So take down the scale to make it small like this, place it. So we just have an automatic control over the glows and all of that. So go into your gradient, select your colors, select your cool colors. So we'll have it somewhere here. So this one affects the outer glow, the effect of the glow on the out and the outside of the whole gradient. The one in the middle is going to determine the color of the light. So the one outside, which is where we are right now, determines the effect of the light on the overall image. That's why we are picking something cyanish like this. So for the one in the middle, we'll be picking pure blue somewhere here like that. Beautiful. So we want to make it stay in the center. So drag it like this. Nice. You can make the scale smaller. So after we can come increase it later, press OK. Change the blend mode to screen or any other blend mode you feel that gives you the effect you are looking for. That gives you the effect you are looking for. It's beautiful, but we are not going for this effect right now. So we need something cool and dreamy. This is nice. This is beautiful. So using this, let's go back to our gradient, and you can choose to place this anywhere you want it to be. So I want to place it here and upscale it like that. Nice. Upscale it like that. Beautiful. Think it's too much. Take it down a little. Nice. So we need one more light. We need one more light in the middle. Of course, we're going to drop down the opacity. We need one more light in the middle to show that this is a motivated light coming out from that lamp. And to do that, duplicate your gradient, go right into it again. Use your scale to now make it look very small. You can just bring it out here to see the overall like that. Nice. Then take it right into the middle. Down like this. Take it right into the middle. Hold on. All right. So take it into the middle. Press OK. Increase your opacity to the highest to make it very, very bright. Make it smaller, smaller, so that it will just be right inside that light down there. Beautiful. Nice. So we can increase the effect of this one just like this to make it look very strong and realistic. Group the two of them into the same group, Ctrl G, so you can be able to have a manual control. If you feel it's a bit distracting, you can drop down the opacity like this. The effect is going to go down and we are good to go. So thank you for watching this particular video. See you on our next episode. Remember, we have a premium course for you right now. Click on the link below to make your own purchases. It's a course that gives you access to everything skin retouching, everything color grading. You are going to learn every single thing step by step. We'll have free softwares right inside that course for you. Click on the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the notification to get notified every single time we drop a new video. See you in our next video. Thank you.